as Dr. Tolentino explained, mental health and mental disorders can affect everybody. I didn't expect it to affect someone like me who was in corporate and was working in corporate for 24 years. In fact, my job was in human resources, sabi nga doon. And I was the one who managed our people who had slight concerns, behavioral concerns, mental concerns, etc., etc. I was also handling crisis management. So corporate communications, if the company had problems, I was the one they would run to. So nobody expected that I would go through something like this. So when I resigned from corporate because of a neurological condition called epilepsy, I stayed home with my anxiety, which turned into clinical depression. Number one, I was in denial because again, for all this time, everybody always asked help from me. Number two, nobody bothered to check on me because everyone thought that I was okay. Number three, it's so easy to check on people nowadays. You check your Facebook. If your friend posted a selfie, she's okay. If she posted a picture of her dog, she's okay. And that is something that we neglect to see nowadays. Nobody bothered to check on me for months. Until finally, even my pictures on Instagram, you'd see it. It would have an asterisk. Because these were the pictures of during the days that I was feeling suicidal. But nobody bothered to ask or check on me. They would check on me for work. But my anxiety was so bad, I wouldn't even answer emails, open my phone, or talk to everyone. So that was very difficult for me. It was also difficult for me to admit that I had depression or I was suicidal. Until finally, I asked Manong Uber driver to decide for me. So if Mr. Uber driver, you turn left, I will go to my dumb way to die. If you turn right, I will go to Cardinal Santos. And thank God, he turned right. And I said, okay, I'll go to the doctor. This was something that my family didn't know either. It's so easy to pretend nowadays. Again, if you post, you're okay. So there are so many of us, 1 out of 3. We keep on forgetting that our friends may not be okay. So that was something that I went through. I had to go through therapy and I had to take medication, which is again, sabi nga ni doctor, it is just to augment the neurobiochemicals in your brain. There's nothing wrong with that. Just like any disorder or illness. Well, after that experience, instead of being depressed, I was angry. Because nobody ever bothered to educate me about these things. I had no idea what it was, and it was the worst thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. I was not in control of everything, and I decided, you know what? I will put all my eggs in the basket. The moment I post this video on YouTube and on Facebook, which caught the eye of WHO, nobody will hire me. But it needs to be done. So I did it. And I decided to call all of my connections in human resources and tell them, I'm doing talks. I enrolled in this mental health first aider thing. And I'm determined to help you with your wellness programs and your interventions. So yung sinasabi mong counselor, some of the companies here in Makati, I have schedules with them. So if they need me to be a counselor for the employees, because the tendency is that the last person you would go to would be your human resources. Because it will go to your 201 Diba? Is that correct?
Yes.
So they hire an external hire somebody else. Actually, they don't hire me, they don't pay me. They just give me food and coffee. Because I don't ask for money. And I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it needs to be done. So that was my experience, and born out of that pain I went through and that difficulty I went through, I am now here with very strong allies to be able to, bring more awareness and be able to help more people in the country.